Hey everybody, welcome to the Memorial Day weekend vlog. So excited to have you here. We have had an amazing couple weekends of weather here in Minnesota. Last weekend we went to the farmer's market. I will insert some clips here. So we just got back from the farmer's market. The girls are napping, so we're taking advantage by sitting in the car for a little bit. But I wanted to do a little review of the bao buns that we got. We already started eating them, but the barbecue pork bun, obviously my favorite. But I had never had a custard sweet bun before, so good. What did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. It tasted kind of like a cinnamon roll with like the frosting.
Yes, so delicious. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Oh, what was the other thing? Oh, we only got stopped like 4 times by people asking if it was twins and then realizing it was triplets. Oh, nice save. So that was pretty good compared to the craft fair where we got stopped like every 10 feet and we were there for like 2.5 hours because so many people were stopping and talking to us. We were able to get through the farmer's market in like an hour even with people stopping to talk. Although I could hear people whispering when we walked by like, oh my God, there's 3. So it's kind of funny. But this weekend, we don't have a lot planned, which is kind of nice, but it's also Dan and I's anniversary. So I'm very excited to see where this weekend takes us. It's that time of day where we go on our walk. It's a little bit warm, so I have stroller fans hooked up for the girls. Then we have like a blanket over them just to protect them from the sun until we get into the shade. But we just have to take advantage of what finally feels like spring and summer. So here we go. And we have ice cold Dr. Peppers. And we're off. Nice. Just spilled all over myself. What do you think? Coming at you. Coming at you from the car like I do every single vlog, but Dan and I are off to dinner, just us 2, for our wedding anniversary. We have been married for 2 years on May 29th. So the grandparents have the girly pops, and we are going to a restaurant that we used to go to all the time and haven't been to in a while, so we're excited to go back. Yay, anniversary! So this is a drink that Dan used to always get. It's called Enter the Dragon. How is it? Good. This is a drink I have never tried before. It's called a mamacita. Ooh, that's tasty.
What does it taste like?
It's hibiscus and orange, so it tastes really light and flowery almost, but not too sweet, which I like. So I got the beer battered mahi-mahi with a cucumber salsa and a chipotle aioli. And then we each got the carnitas with the salsa verde. And then this is fried yuca that has chimichurri and a lemon aioli. There's Dan's carnitas, and then a grilled steak taco. sissy scratch you. Oh, that's not very nice. I need to trim your nails. Okay, a little bit of a change of scenery. I just laid the girls down for a nap and they almost instantly fell asleep. They really needed it. So I'm hoping that they get a nice long stretch in while I was, in the meantime, thinking that I could show you guys some of the books that I recently purchased. I kind of went on a spree a little bit. I am part of the belief that book reading and book purchasing are two separate hobbies, and I love participating in both. So I went a little ham at Barnes & Noble, and right when I came home, I told Dan, we can return some of these books. And he was like, no, you can keep all of them because I know that you'll read them. So I thought it would be fun to kind of go over some of the books that I've purchased recently and kind of incorporate my love of reading a little bit more into this channel. By no means am I like a book reviewer, content creator, or anything like that. But like I said, I love reading, and so I'd love to incorporate it a little bit more into this channel. So let me show you some of the books, hello Maple, that I purchased recently that I'm really excited to read. The first one that I purchased recently, I actually had to go to 2 different Barnes & Nobles to find it. Dan tried to find it for me at Target. They didn't have it. I went to a Barnes & Noble. They didn't have it. Had to go to a second one, and I ended up getting the last one. It is the second book in the Legendborn cycle. This is called Bloodmarked by Tracy Deonn. Okay, one moment. We have a baby crying. Okay, baby comforted. Anyway, this is the second book by Tracy Deonn. I fell in love with the first book like 3 pages in. She does prologues. I just read the prologue and I knew that I was a goner for these books. They are amazing. I love YA fantasy. I gobbled up the first book, instantly needed the second. I am so excited to read this book. The next one that I want to talk about was actually my Mother's Day gift. And you guys aren't ready. This book is beautiful. So this is called Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. I personally have never read a Brandon Sanderson book. My husband, however, loves Brandon Sanderson, and he has been trying to get me to read some of his books, but I have never read high fantasy before. You know, that's that in-depth and that intense. And so I thought that this would be a good first step into Brandon Sanderson. This book is available at Barnes & Noble. However, this is the special edition from Brandon Sanderson's website. I'll leave a link down below. This was very expensive, I'm not gonna lie. This was $55 for one book, but it is so beautiful. Oh, I forgot to mention, one of the reasons that Dan and I really enjoy purchasing books, I mean, we love reading, but one of our dreams is that for our daughters, we have a really expansive library for them to grow up with, and hopefully they will grow up enjoying reading as much as we did growing up and as much as we do now. So that's one reason we wanted to buy this really beautiful version, is so that it can go into our library collection. The next book that I got, like I said, you guys, I bought a lot of books. Unwind by Neal Shusterman. Neal Shusterman is one of my favorite authors. He wrote one of my favorite all-time trilogies, Arc of a Scythe, or the Scythe trilogy. I think a lot of former high school and college grads can relate when I say that you read so much for school that you kind of forget how to read for fun, and you just need that one book to pull you back into how to read for fun, and that's what the Scythe series did for me. It reminded me how much fun reading is, and so I wanted to read more Neal Shusterman books, and this is one of his top rated series. This is a little dark, a little twisted based on the description on the back, but it's so highly rated on Goodreads and Storygraph that I'm very excited. This one is 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I am very excited for this book. I have been trying to read more fantasy books that are based in different cultures, mythologies, and world building and that sort of thing. I actually saw this on the AAPI month special table at Barnes & Noble, whatever you want to call it, and This has been on my TBR for a while actually, but I had forgotten what it was about. And when I read the back, already just these couple paragraphs, I was sucked into this world. I was like, I need this book. It sounds so interesting. And even, like I said, I'm just a chapter and a half in, and I am really intrigued by this world. Shiori seems really spunky and fun, and I'm excited to see where this story takes her. And it has dragons, and I feel like any fantasy book that has dragons in it is super duper fun, so I'm very excited. And I'll let you guys know what I think about this book when I finish it. I'd love to know what books you guys are reading. I'm always adding things to my TBR. I feel like my TBR is 50 books long, and my physical TBR is even longer than this pile. I only showed you guys a slice of my physical TBR library, but like I said, purchasing books and reading them, two different hobbies that I enjoy equally. So let me know what you guys are reading. I'd love to know, and as I continue to read books, I'll let you guys know what I think. You guys are definitely going to hear the sprinkler in the back of these clips. I hope it's not too annoying, but this is the best place that I could find to film. The girls just woke up from a nap and they're very chatty, so this is one of the quieter places that I could find just to catch you guys up. So today is actually Monday, Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. And I didn't film a lot today because we didn't do a whole lot. It was really hot today, so we stayed inside or in the shade with fans blowing on us and on the babies so that we could try to stay cool as best as possible. But the sun finally set a little bit, so the heat finally relented, which is really nice. But yeah, didn't do a whole lot, kind of sluggish, no walks or anything like that today. So this is the most that we've done today. We have the grill going. I'm very excited to have some burgers and some brats and that sort of thing. And I hope that you guys are having a great Memorial Day yourselves.